On the wild, stormy moors of Yorkshire, far away from towns and cities, there stands a lonely old farmhouse called Wuthering Heights. The winds are strong, the nights are dark, and the land feels both beautiful and dangerous. This is not just a setting, it is the heart of a powerful story filled with love, passion, hatred, revenge, and ghosts. The story follows two people, Heathcliff and Catherine, whose love was so strong that it refused to die, even after death. But it is also a story of destruction, because their love turned into obsession and revenge. Spreading pain across generations, it all begins when Mr. Lockwood, a man from the city, rents a house called Thrushcross Grange for peace and quiet. Curious about his landlord, Heathcliff, he visits Wuthering Heights. But what he finds there is strange and unsettling. The people are cold, unfriendly, and there is a feeling of sadness in the air. At night, Lockwood even dreams of a ghostly figure crying at the window, calling herself Catherine. Disturbed, he asks his housekeeper, Nellie Dean, to tell him the history of Heathcliff and Wuthering Heights. And so, Nellie begins the tale. Many years ago, the master of Wuthering Heights, Mr. Earnshaw, brought home a poor orphan boy from the streets of Liverpool. This boy was named Heathcliff. He had no family, no money, but Mr. Earnshaw loved him deeply and raised him alongside his own children, Hindley and Catherine Earnshaw. From the very beginning, Hindley hated Heathcliff. He saw him as a rival for his father's love and treated him cruelly. But Catherine was different. She grew close to Heathcliff, and the two children became inseparable. They ran across the moors together, wild and free, dreaming of a life without rules or restrictions. Their bond was deep, fierce, and passionate. It was more than friendship, more than ordinary love. But fate was cruel. When Mr. Earnshaw died, Hindley became the master of Wuthering Heights. His hatred for Heathcliff grew stronger, and he forced him into the role of a servant. Heathcliff endured the humiliation silently, holding his pain inside. Through it all, Catherine remained his only light. One day, Catherine was injured while visiting the wealthy Linton family at Thrushcross Grange. She stayed with them for weeks, learning their polished manners and experiencing a life of comfort and luxury. When she returned, she was no longer the wild girl Heathcliff had known. She had tasted wealth and status. And soon after, she accepted a marriage proposal from Edgar Linton, the gentle and rich young man of the Grange. When Nellie asked her why, Catherine confessed something heartbreaking. She said she loved Heathcliff with her soul, so deeply that they were the same being. But, she added, marrying him would degrade her in society, while marrying Edgar would give her wealth, comfort, and respect. Tragically, Heathcliff overheard only part of this conversation. He believed Catherine thought him worthless. Broken and humiliated, Heathcliff ran away from Wuthering Heights in the night. Catherine was devastated. She loved Edgar, yes, but her heart still belonged to Heathcliff. When Heathcliff returned years later, he was a changed man. He had mysteriously gained wealth and power, handsome, dark, and confident. He came back with one goal: revenge. He first ruined Hindley, who had become a drunken gambler after his wife's death. Heathcliff took control of Wuthering Heights through Hindley's debts. Next, he hurt Edgar by charming his sister, Isabella Linton, and marrying her not out of love, but as part of his plan for revenge. Isabella's life with Heathcliff became miserable, for he treated her cruelly. Catherine, torn between her husband and Heathcliff, grew sick. Her meetings with Heathcliff were full of passion, anger, and desperation. Her health grew weaker with every day. Finally, after giving birth to a daughter, Cathy Linton, Catherine died. Her death shattered both Edgar and Heathcliff. But Heathcliff's grief turned into obsession. Standing over her grave, he cried out, begging her ghost to haunt him forever, never to leave him alone. Years passed. Heathcliff's heart did not soften. Instead, his desire for revenge spread to the next generation. He had a sickly son named Linton Heathcliff, born from his marriage to Isabella. He forced young Cathy, Catherine's daughter, to marry his son. Through this cruel plan, Heathcliff gained control of Thrushcross Grange as well. By this time, Heathcliff owned everything Wuthering Heights and Thrushcross Grange. He had destroyed Hindley, broken Isabella, and tormented Edgar. He had achieved all the revenge he once dreamed of, yet he was not happy. Power and wealth brought him no peace because his heart still belonged to Catherine. He spent nights wandering the moors, searching for her spirit, speaking to her ghost, and feeling her presence everywhere. In the end, Heathcliff's obsession consumed him. He stopped eating, stopped caring about life, and seemed almost mad with longing for Catherine. One stormy night, he was found dead in Catherine's old room, strange smile on his face, as if he had finally reunited with her in death. People whispered that Heathcliff's ghost and Catherine's ghost were seen together on the moors, walking hand in hand at last. But the story does not end in darkness. The younger generation, Cathy Linton, Catherine's daughter, and Hareton Earnshaw, Hindley's neglected son, grew close. Cathy taught Hareton to read, and their friendship turned into gentle love. Unlike Heathcliff and Catherine, their love was patient, kind, and hopeful. They planned to marry and live at Thrushcross Grange, bringing peace and happiness to the two families at last. Wuthering Heights. It's not just a love story, it is a tale of passion so fierce that it destroyed lives. Heathcliff and Catherine loved each other with their souls, but pride, anger, and society tore them apart. Their love became obsession, and that obsession turned into revenge. Yet the story also shows that even after the darkest storms, there can be calm. In the love of Cathy and Hareton, we see hope, forgiveness, and the chance for a new beginning. On the lonely moors, the story of Heathcliff and Catherine lives on like the echo of the wind through the hills, a love that refused to die even after death. Asterisk, thanks for watching. If you really like the story, please do, like, share, subscribe, comment on my channel World Stories. See you on the next video.